right?
So there is a process and a system that we're supposed to have in Trinidad. You have councillors, and the councillors are for divisions within your constituency. Some MPs, you're MP first before you're a minister. And this is why I had liked the policy of a particular political party when they talk about every constituency has in its own autonomy, okay, with the different ministry. And the MPs not being ministers, but you're having CEOs over certain ministry and whatever. I like that concept because it reminds me of America. I'm not going into that. But we have what you call counselors. Counselors are there not to just collect money, but to ensure that their division, the area that their attachment is supposed to be dealt with, in the sense that you have to report to your MP. Okay, you have an executive in every constituency. So executive meeting, councillors are supposed to be a part of the executive meeting. And when they sit there and they bring whatever report, they're supposed to bring written reports. But I don't think that happens.
Right.
I don't think that those are the things happen. They ought to bring report on a monthly basis, and then the MP with his executive and his managers and whatever within that constituency has to now go through that and do what they have to do. But they're not doing it, Hadassah. The process is not being handled properly. Everybody's on their own. There are some councillors who don't even know who their budget is. They don't have a
Yeah.
clue
Yeah.
because they're not going out there. They just name councillor because the time for the election, they was walking, blah, blah, and they get tired. Take a break, take a month break and go back out to the people. Go back and what you forget. And while you were there, you were supposed to be taking notes. We are not doing what we are supposed to do. We're just collecting salaries. Some councillors may be working. I'm not saying all. Some are working, but then when they do what they have to do, are they reporting to the relevant person? Does the MP know what is happening? I think they go into the corporation. It's like a top-heavy kind of situation where everybody just do their own thing and there is no togetherness.
Yeah. I mean, well, we have talked about the fact that our government, the way that it's set up, it's not working. And we
No, it's not.
talked about the fact of somebody getting in there and having the courage to tear it all down and replace it with something that
Yes,
is
we have done
actually
that here.
functional. There are actually too many steps, too many different people. This you gotta go here for this and whatever, whatever, whatever,
Too much
whatever.
red
And
tape.
it's not clearly defined. If I have an issue with my water, what do I do? If I have an issue with this, where do I do? Who do I go to? And stuff like that. So we know we've talked about that before, and that's why we're talking about it, because it's not working, and
And the thing is, they
and
have a
on every
corporation.
level we are not getting the type of
We
representation
know they have a
that we need.
corporation or whatever they have in these areas. We have a Shogunas corporation. We have a mayor. You have all the MPs who is attached to those constituency, to that corporation. You have councillors. What is the problem? Why isn't it working? Because people don't care. They go there to fatten their pockets, and that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Some of
yeah,
them, they
yeah,
don't even want to talk to their buttresses. I mean, how could you say you're serving the people and you're not talking to people who have influence in your constituency?
yeah,
Tell
yeah,
me.
yeah. I
It's
mean,
crazy. But
again, we have just like copy and paste, like the old English systems, right? But it wasn't, I don't think it was necessary for us. When you think about the fact that we may be, what, 1.5 million strong, we are not millions and millions and millions and millions of
we haven't reached 2 million
people.
yet with all those Rennies in our country. We
Well,
haven't reached
no,
two
but
million.
even so, we have not reached to the point where it wasn't necessary for us to have so many like divisions and our
Yes.
government split up so much. It needs to be more straightforward. We run
Top
our
heavy. We too
country,
top heavy.
we run the country like if we are 300 million, and that is not how much we have, right? And we have one small country, and you have so many different mayors and whatnot. I'm not saying, of course, split up your country in a way, but do it in a way that makes sense.
We have all that and we're not getting any good results.
And still nothing is done. No.
Before we
So,
had
so you have
corporations and stuff, I think we
councillors
used to
and
manage better.
corporations and MPs and you have mayors and you have boroughs and we have all these things and none of it works. So you just
It's
need to
not
get
working
rid
properly. It's
of
not working
all of
properly at
it,
all.
replace it with something that
Yeah,
actually
I'm
does.
hoping that, I'm praying and hoping the UNC gets in power. And when that happens, that my political leader is going to be brave and bold-faced, just like the PNM getting on and don't care, and make changes that is going to better suit our country and to suit, helping the people. Implement a new ministry, scratch some of them, do something that is really going to work. A ministry of maintenance, a ministry of the people, and take away some of what is there now because we just stop heavy doing nothing, collecting money. Implement other things, put in new people with new policy because with all the policies you have there, you can't go in and change that and the PS go tell you this and that and all them nonsense. Man, get something different. Put things together.
Yeah.
Be bold and make the changes. Let people say what they want because at the end of the day, as long as it's going to change and help the citizens of this country to have a better life, that is all I think most of us are concerned about. That's what we need. So, the same thing is happening. The crime situation, I don't know. I haven't heard of much murders this week. Did you? I,
No.
s- I sort of don't listen anymore since the whole thing with the commissioner and stuff. Then you had the stuff with the minister of finance. We ain't hear nothing about that. Is like some kind of heavy cloud is over us, right? Everything kind of shoo 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 and Facebook blowing up with what's going on with minister of finance and what's going on with this and
I am convinced that is why no matter what is happening in the country, they just be like, give them people their carnival. Eh? I believe carnival is
get
the
them the carnival,
biggest
yes, because that
distraction.
takes away the stress. You see,
It
people want to go
it
and
is the
juvenile themselves
biggest
and
distraction,
after carnival you would hear it.
and everybody does be happy and drunk and not paying attention.
Yeah, because you're not, everybody went off on Bennie Man. You know that for sure with the doubles. Yeah, but
Yeah,
the important things, they're not concerned about it. After the doubles, they probably went and party.
yeah.
Right? So buy the
I
KFC
mean,
and the Royal Castle and
you
whatever.
cannot blame people, because I think people also feel that, well, no matter what issues we raise, nothing gets fixed.
Nothing is ready. And
So
that's true,
that's what
That's
I
a
talk about.
very
That's
valid
why I talk
point
about
there.
the numbness. People is like,
It's
what was
valid.
going on? Stress about that for it is not going to change.
Because even in
Trinidadians
Parliament,
have the
when the opposition
expectation
says something,
that
do they
it's
pay
not
attention?
going
They
to
shut
get
them down.
better. It is what it is, what it
Yeah,
is.
so that's a valid point.
You
And
know?
then it have some clowns who would come out and talk about the opposition in doing this. And I just say sometimes they need to tune into Parliament and see and hear what is be going on. The opposition could hardly say anything inside it, they shut them down, as though
Hmm.
the Parliament belongs to the PNM alone. You
I
understand?
don't. I don't.
So
I mean, what happened to the days when the speaker was supposed to be, um, what's the word? Bipartisan or unpartisan, or you know what I mean now? I'm not hearing you, Esther. All of a sudden, your volume gone. Hello?
give everybody the opportunity to say what they have to say.
Yeah,
But you
yeah,
know what? We are still hopeful. I know these kind of discussion. Is there any comments for us?
yeah.
Any question? No?
No,
Hadassah?
no. People just commented on different things we talked about.
All of a
Um,
sudden I'm just not hearing you.
yeah, that's the saying. I wasn't hearing you too.
All of a sudden I'm just not hearing you. I just seeing your lips moving.
You still not hearing me?
I'm not hearing.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
like that.
Let me come back.
I don't know why. I'm seeing your lips, but not hearing.
I'm back. Are you hearing me now? Can you hear me?
I didn't touch anything.
Denise is saying that she's hearing. David is hearing. I'm wondering where the issue is though. Okay, good. Alrighty. Alright. Esther's back.
I'm
Can you
hearing
hear
you
me
now.
now?
I don't know what happened there just now.
Yeah, and as I said, I know I heard like a drop in your audio. Okay,
Mhm.
David is saying he's hearing both of us. No problems. Good, we're back.
Yes, we're back. Okay, so
We are back. I mean, how can we go out this today? I mean, should we talk about something with a little more levity? Because this topic was very,
I,
very heavy, and I don't
I,
want to start my week depressed.
I was saying before we got cut off that we have to keep hope. We still have to be hopeful. As long as there is life, we
Yeah.
have to hope for the best. We have to hope for better and best. Yeah. So we
Yes.
can't give up. Despite that, we have to pray. Some people don't believe that, we have to pray and we have to act because faith without acting is
Yeah.
dead. So we need to have faith. If we trust God and we believe that His word is true, He would never leave us nor forsake us. We need to rise up and pray. Pray that the people will be sensitized in their spirit to do the right thing come general election, to vote the right way. There's a saying, and you hear it over a period of time now, voting has consequence. Well, a lot of things that we do have consequence, not only voting. The way we operate, the way we deal with other people, the love we share with one another, how we respect one another, because we have a serious problem with respect in this country. Down to children today have no respect for their elders. So we have to really continuously talk and encourage people, encourage the children to be respectful, encourage people to respect one another's opinion, understand that we all are going through whatever situation in our lives. We need God. I can't depend on Hadassah to help me because Hadassah in this time need to help herself. So you need to rise up and ask the God above to help you to make right decisions. A lot of us are going through issues, Hadassah, because we are not making right decisions in our life. Sometimes we have to give up certain things. You know what I like about America? I guess because you can move from one state to another very easily. There are people, if they're going through certain situation, they lost their job, they sell their house, sell everything and go to another state and buy another property or go and rent, get a next job or do something. If they find, well, things is not how they want it to be in Texas, they move to Georgia because you have a lot of that happening. Within the last couple of years from COVID and up to now, you have a lot of transition, people moving from one state to the next. I guess our country is too small to do that, right? If you leave Shogunas and go with Arima, it's the same thing following you actually, you know.
That is the thing,
So
you know. It's the same stupidness everywhere.
yes, yes. So
You
it is a
understand?
little more complicated, but we still have to trust. We have to. Sometime you might be surprised. Leave Central and go to Sandy Grande or go to Point 14.
I
Do
mean,
something different.
I must say, some years ago, I had to go to Cedros to run an errand for someone. And I was like, Cedros felt like a totally different country.
Yeah, it's different when you
It
go to
was
those ends.
so serene, right? The air was so crisp and so
Mm-hmm.
clean,
Yep.
and there was a peacefulness about Cedros. And then I was like, what are I going to live down in Cedros for?